Hey everybody, what's going on? Those of you that have been around a while, you know who I am and you know where I'm at, but maybe there's somebody that hasn't. So my name's Chris and this is Christopher Farms. Thought I'd do a little Tuesday update for y'all. All right, Tuesday, let's see, what do we have on the agenda for today to talk about? The third job interview, I'll talk about that, talk about some stuff I got today and yesterday, and talk about another big project I have coming up. Not that I need another project, but I just created another one for myself, so we'll talk about that. So, I'm going to go out of order. What did I get? What did I go get today and yesterday? Let me show you guys. So a buddy of mine works at a distribution facility. He's a head maintenance guy, he's a maintenance supervisor. And they changed a bunch of stuff around on one of their lines or one of their storage areas. So I've got a bunch of plywood. That's actually subflooring. So that is going to be great for the house because I'm going to need some more of that. And that oscillated strand board, OSB, whatever. That's great because that's what I'm putting on the barn walls over the insulation to keep bumps and stuff from the foam insulation. A couple of skids to stack it on. I don't want to stack this out here. I want to stack it in there. Yeah, we'll get back to that project someday. So got that. That was my third load today. Oh, I got some 2x6s there. Those are going to be great for building workbenches and stuff. And then I got all this. One load this morning early and one load yesterday evening. This is all like 3/4 inch plywood, and then it's got a nice coating on the top of it, a laminate. And then this was flooring for them, and they moved some stuff around. And so that's a big 1 inch thick piece of multi-layer plywood. So that's going to be a big beating around on workbench. And then this one is like a 9, I think it's almost like 9.5 feet long and 4 feet wide. So that's going to be a big workbench. I'm going to cut an area out in the middle. Did you guys see that? Oh, oops. I better take a look at that. I'm going to cut an area out right here in this area and make it drop down and like sort of make it so I could make it multi-layer. So if I want to put my chop saw in there or whatever, I can make it the same height as the bench. And then anyway, that's another project on the list. So yeah, I got this stuff yesterday. This is all pretty much going to be shelving material. So I'll build my frames and then I'll just cut this stuff up to be the shelves. All right, so walk back to the back of the property because I think what I want to show you guys back here is back here. I don't know. So let's see, job update. So I had the third interview today. I thought it went really well. I interviewed with the person that I'll actually be working for in the local office. So I can't remember the style of this management structure, but you basically have like a horizontal team and then you have a vertical management structure at the location you're going to be working in. And so while I work within the program on the vertical side or the horizontal side, my management structure comes from the vertical side. And I interviewed with the person that I'll be working for on the vertical structure today, and I interviewed with the horizontal people a couple weeks ago. But I thought it went really well. I was able to relay past job experience to that. She basically said, hey, here, this is who I am. There's nothing started in this community for this program that has been done by us. And then she basically said, so tell me about yourself and how you go about starting the program in this community. So I was able to relay job experience with Red Cross, working with the Indiana VOAD, working with the State Department of Health, and who the partners, primarily I was able to utilize experience of working with the partners that I worked with at the Indiana State Department of Health and leverage that. And then also even brought in aspects of the fire service. So that was pretty cool. So I thought it went really well, and she said I should know, or they'll know by the end of the week. So I should know by the end of the week if I get a position or not. She said, of course, I always have a few other people to interview. But anyway, that went well. So took on another big project. All right, well, I really already took it on. So the NRCS, National Conservation Resource Service grant that actually funded a great portion of that, or will soon, also provided me with grant funding to do native wildflower patch. And I'm supposed to have about half an acre. And behind me, or in front of you, you can, hey look, there's a wild growing beer can. So in this area, or along both sides of my property, let's walk down this way. Along both sides of the property line where it's shaded and the trees are overhanging, and it probably wouldn't be all that great for growing a lot of stuff. On this side of the property and on that side of the property, pretty much from the road all the way back to the pond on that side, and from the back property line all the way up to about where the hill crests right there, and about 25 feet out, I'm going to grow native wildflower patches. And I've got milkweed seed also that I'm going to put into the mix to attract monarch butterflies. And so I've already done some remediation work on some invasive species. You can probably see some of the stumps here from the autumn olive that is an invasive species. And I got down to about right here. Let's see, that might be some right there. I know this stuff is right here. Yeah, the autumn olive here. If you turn up the leaf, it's pretty distinct. And I can spot this. Oops, I can spot this from like a mile away. So it's all over the place in this part of southern Indiana. And my neighbors down the way, I think even have some of it ornamental in their front yard. So here's some of it. So I need to, part of that was deal with doing the wildflower patch, was taking out this invasive species, the autumn olive. And I've got some other invasive species over there, the multifloral rose, that it's over in that area and back there. And I've got some, I don't remember what it's called, it's a vining thing, and I got that back over there. So working to eradicate that, and then basically this line here will be all wildflower. So I need to come in and kill off all this grass and all this miscellaneous junk that's in here, and then I will lightly till it once all that stuff's done, and then come back in and plant my wildflower seed. And I think for the amount of land that I want to put it on, about half an acre in the agreement, I only need about half the seed that I purchased. But I got some areas that I'm going to also put it on that weren't in the agreement. Let me show you one of those areas up here. All right, I snuck up on him, or her. I don't know if you guys can see. Oh, ears perked up. Take another step, buddy, and I'm out of here. Boom! Yep, I did. See ya. So anyway, yeah, that's probably the butthead that eats my plants. So anyway, this embankment here is another area that I want to, look at that, old puffball mushroom. I suggest you don't eat that. It doesn't look to be still good. So this is another area, this bank here, it's all overgrown. This is interesting. I think at one point in time, this must have been an old county road, because it's intentionally dug out, and at any rate, and it lines up with the county road up there. So I don't know, but at any rate, this is just an overgrown mess right here, and all the grass that's in it and all that stuff. Cedar tree needs to come down, all this stuff. So I got this area, I want to clean it up, and I need to get with the technical service with NRCS and see about how to plant on this hillside, what their best recommendation is, because I don't want to like make it bare dirt and then have an erosion problem while I'm waiting for the wildflower patch to grow. And I might, just weed eat it, or I can actually take the lawnmower tractor, put the tractor into lawnmower mode, and I can actually cut most of this down by driving up on the bank. I'll bring you guys along for that. It's sort of interesting. And just leave like stubbles of grass that catch the seed and hold them there. I don't know. So I'm going to consult with somebody on that and find out the best way to plant a steep hillside. So I've got that one, and I've got a similar one up on the back side of the barn. And there's an area that is pretty hilly, and I don't want to plant it. I'm not going to walk over there. It's not hilly, it's a hill. And it gets a little steep, and it's up over there. yeah, over there. It's sort of a pain to mow and get in, and I don't want to plow it and till it because then I get an erosion problem. So I'll probably plant all that in Wildflower too. So at any rate, that's a little update, and it's hot and miserable. I think I'm gonna go in and sit in the air conditioning and edit video. See you guys later. Hiya, Pine. Oh, hey, Daddy. Where's your sister? What? Not your day to watch her?